The Way of the Spirit is this super awesome collection of Yaro de Emilianos' sermons. In one of his sermons, he describes what it's like to go to heaven, or rather, what it's like to become familiar with God. He uses the metaphor of climbing up a mountain. It's super hard, it takes a long time, and finally when you get to the top, you feel like you should see God because you did all of this hard work. But then you realize that heaven is not on top of the mountain. Heaven's up in the clouds. And this is terrible news because you can't fly. Again, just a metaphor. What he's trying to say is that there's no way for us actually to do enough work to climb up to God. So he tells us that at this point you begin to despair. But God does the work that we cannot. He scoops us up and flies us to heaven. And he describes the first trip to heaven or being in the presence with God like this. When you get there, you're a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit awestruck. When you go to a stranger's house, we don't just open their fridge to find something to eat. I mean, if we wanted a bowl of cereal, we wouldn't even know where to get a spoon in a stranger's house. But the more time we spend with God, the more we're in His presence, the more His home feels like our home. But if I go back 20 times, 30 times, 50 times, the more familiar I become, the more at home I feel. When I'm at my parents' house, I don't ask if I can have a bowl of cereal. I just get one. I know where everything is in the kitchen. This is the kind of familiarity, the closeness we can feel to God. His home becomes ours.